Hi everyone, this is Billy Ariel Real Life. I'm coming to you at 5 o'clock in the morning. Um, I'm here in the privacy of my own home. I'm not inside the studio, not as of yet, but I was awoken and I had another dream, vision, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to say this once of what I experienced, what I saw, and what I had. And it's up to you all out there to do for yourselves and to take it seriously or think it's a joke or playing game. People, you know that Halloween is coming into existence. You know this. And you know that many years ago, when people, even the children, when they went and experienced Halloween, they went out trick or treating. They went from house to house, home to home, and they were dressed as in costumes, nurses' costumes, doctors' costumes. They were dressed as secretaries. They were dressed as bosses. They were dressed as things that they felt that it was good to dress in, or to dress, or to be well to dress in, because it was Halloween. And what today is a whole new different century. People are going out now trick or treating, sending their kids, and they're dressing up as um, criminal people, people who are serial killers, people who are demons. They're dressing up in everything as to be everybody except for how it was long ago. Nurses, doctors, secretaries, lawyers, and mothers and fathers, and this sort of thing. Now they're dressing up as evilness. People, I'm here to tell you, I woke up from my dream, vision, whatever you want to call it. This Halloween is going to be terrible. And you all do not have the sense and the guts, that's enough, to realize it's going to be terrible. People are getting excited about going to stores and getting costumes and what they're going to wear on Halloween night. People are getting excited about having Halloween parties to celebrate Halloween, but you're making the very worst and baddest mistake ever. People, you have been forewarned. You need to keep your children inside your house, inside your apartments, inside your rooms, because when you send your children out, you don't know when, if, or ever that you may encounter a demonic spirit. You have people coming, and I know it may sound crazy, it may sound unlogical, but it's true. We, the resistance team, we have did our thorough research. We have talked to the other side. Uh, do you know that there are demons that have come from the cemetery to roam the streets? You don't know this, but it's true. You don't know that there are aliens that have come from space that are out there on walking along the streets. These things are happening. And October the 31st, on a Friday, Halloween, these things are going to be, these uh, entities are going to be released. They will be among your children. They will try to get inside your homes, your houses. Now, this is not a thing that I'm saying to you to scare you, but I'm giving you the facts and the truth, and I am presenting the knowledge so that when these things happen, you will have the power to be able to control and be under control. Halloween is the first Halloween ever, and so many centuries that things are going to be changed. Things are changing. You will have people out there in the streets that are truly vampires. Yes, you heard me right. This is what I saw, and my dream and vision. They are actually going to be vampires, and you're thinking that you were standing next to one, walking side by side on the streets with one, and not realizing that that vampire at any moment can come and suck your blood. And you're saying, WRL, what you're saying is impossible. No, it's not, because we're living in and on a planet that's hell. Sure, we know that Saturn out there is a terrible, terrible, terrible planet, but some of you out there have to get to Saturn. But right now we're in the Matrix, and the Matrix is a hellish planet. And while we, those of you, are here on this planet, in this planet, you're going to be encountering so many different things. You have heard about this three-eyed atlas that's coming. On this, inside of this three-eye atlas is nothing but demons, demonic beings that you have never even thought or even could dream or imagine. You will find the head of the leaders of these demonic beings, aliens. You have not seen anything yet, and we don't know exactly the time and the hour and the day that this three-eye atlas is going to arrive. Will it arrive on the Hallows night, which is considered as Halloween? We don't know, but you have to get yourselves prepared. This is why we strongly, the resistance team and others who are just like the resistance team, we strongly encourage you and ask you not to celebrate Halloween. If you're going to celebrate it, then do it in the comfort of your home. You can get your candy for your kids. You can sit down and watch a movie. It was a horror movie. It's okay, but you're in the privacy of your own. Make sure your home is bolted down and locked up tight. You tell anyone on the outside, don't come here, because we're not opening up doors for you here. You stay in your own dwellings, because you may take this as a joke, people. You may, what I'm telling you, from the depths and sincereness of my heart, is coming October the 31st. And what it has on the calendar, October the 31st. But if you turn that 31st around, it's the 13th. It's Hallows night. That's when all hell is going to be released. People from the cemeteries, people will be released from hell, coming up on earth, on this planet, and you will not even know who they are. Some of you will be frightened by these demonic beings, by these entities, and you will run to your homes and lock your doors. This is not a joke, people. This is not a joke. This is serious. And so you must keep yourselves and your kids inside. And now there will be some, and from what I visualize, there will be some that will be out there on the streets, going from house to house. They will encounter the evilness that appears before them. They will become frightened, and there will be those who will get away. But those who become frightened and those who will be able to get away has been left with a scar, a scorn, to know and not to know that the evilness will follow them until the day of their death, their earthly death, and then they will be going on to the moon or what have you. Now, I, Billy Ariel, have never lied to any of you before. What I have visioned, what I have seen, I'm sharing with you all so that you all can get yourselves prepared. And a lot of times when I have my visions and I have my dreams, it frightens me too, because there have been many times when I woke up from having these visions and dreams in a cold sweat. and I look around. I mean, this is reality now. This is not something that I've seen on TV. This is something that has happened to me, Billy RL, and not only me, but many others who identify with the same as I myself wake up, and it has frightened me. But I know that I have to share it with you all out there. Halloween, this Halloween, is no day to be played with. Take it seriously, people. Take it very, very seriously. Because a lot of your children and a lot of you parents is out there knocking on doors, and doors are open, and you're thinking that that person that's standing in front of you is dressed in a costume. You have to be very, very careful, because that person that's standing in front of you is an alien or is a demonic being, is an entity. And because they are here on the face of this earth, in this matrix. I told you and explained to you at one time how I and the team, not the whole complete team, but it was about maybe 6 or 7, maybe 8 or 9 of us. We were on the train in Washington, D.C., and how we saw Marduk, Satan, dressed as a human, looking like a human, but he was all in black, sitting there, coming on the train, sitting there looking at us. He noticed my eyes, and I noticed his, and he knew who I was, and I knew who he was. And he knew that I could identify him as Satan, dressed in human clothing, being a human. And when he had the Bible, but the Bible, on the covering of the Bible, and had Holy Bible, but inside that Bible was nothing. And so if that can happen at that time, now whether you accept or reject it or leave it alone, but I'm not going to tell you a lie. I'm going to tell you the facts of the truth, and I'm going to present the knowledge. If that can happen at that time, what makes you think that on Halloween, the first time ever in centuries that Halloween ever appeared on a Friday, and Friday is known as the Devil's Day. Not only on Halloween, when people work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you have more incidents that happens on a Friday than any other day of the week. Why? It's because Friday is known as the Devil's Day. Now, you can take your children out there, you can be with your children. I'm going to be with my son and daughter, and nothing can happen to them, and nothing is going to happen to them. You can take your gun, your knife, or what have you to try to shoot that being, but nothing is going to happen to that being, because they are the walking dead. Walking dead. They are here with us today. You have talked to them, and they have stood there and looked at you and have listened, and through their incarnate mind, they have talked with you verbally, because the time has not come for them to talk with you telepathy. People do not celebrate Halloween on October the 31st. It's the beginning of all woes. This third eye Atlas, sorry, I hesitated, but I have to make sure that everything is correct. This third eye Atlas is coming. Is coming. We don't know when it's going to arrive, but it's coming quicker and faster than anyone, even the scientist knows it's coming. It's coming real quick. How do any of you, as well as myself, know that it will be here on October the 31st? We don't know. This is why we have to prepare ourselves, for the sake of ourselves and for the sake of the children. One last thing I want to remind you all that I saw people being concerned about the let me get this correct, mall world. And this was shown to me too. People are beginning to, I saw where people I'm thinking about mall world, where people it's already happened to you all, and you don't have enough sense to really sit down and analyze this. The mall world is where the aliens are going to be a part of. There was an incident, and I saw not very long ago where people were at the mall and they saw these aliens and these giants or what have you, and they were beginning to run here and there, and they were actually running, and they couldn't understand why the police, so many of them, had already surrounded this mall because they knew what had happened. And the same thing that happened at that time is going to happen again today. But all of this is going to start from Halloween, October the 31st. That's when the entrance is going to be open. And you all out there, you're opening the door and you're thinking that it's a day of celebration and people are going out there buying costumes and buying makeup. You don't know what you're getting yourselves into. But when the incident or the happening really start affecting you, what do you want to do? You want to cry out for help. You want to scream. You want somebody to come to your rescue, but it's going to be too late. This is why the warning is on the wall today. As much as you love your children, as much as you want your children to have the best in and of life, but Hallow Eve is not it. I don't care what you and I and so many others celebrated Halloween years before, but this Halloween is going to be entirely different. You better be aware, people. The demons are walking among us. People, souls, not spirits, but souls are coming from the cemetery, are walking among the streets. We've already seen whereas people have come from the cemetery and you look around and they're in the back seat of your cars. They're walking along the highways. They're in your homes. And the reason why they have not did anything to you as of yet is because they have not been instructed to do so. The time is going to come whereas they will be instructed to take your soul from you and carry you on to hell. And it's not the hell from the planet of where you are today. There is a hell, people, and people think that they went to hell, they saw the brimstone, the fire. No, the hell is Saturn. There is another planet that, and if I'm not mistaken, is Nibiru. Nibiru, or however it's pronounced. Nibiru. That is a planet of hell. You see, and I'm trying to warn you people. What you think you made up your own minds and decided that it's not going to happen. Billy R.L. don't know what in the hell she's talking about. But I'm trying to warn you people. And after this, I'm not warning you any longer. You, Hallow Eve, and let me say again, I've said it several times before talking to you at this hour of the night, October the 31st. Turn that 31st around, it's October the 13th. Friday, the day of the devil, the night of the devil. Entities, demons will be released from the cemeteries, from the morgues, and you you're thinking that it can never happen, but you will see. So you have to prepare yourselves. The best thing to do for every American is to stay in your homes, lock your doors. This is not fear mongering. I'm not trying to put fear into any one of you. I'm just trying to give you the facts and the truth and present that knowledge. Lock your doors. If you want to celebrate with your families on Halloween, then get bags of candies. Sit in front of your television. If you don't have a television, sit in front of your radio and listen to the horror scenes on the radio. Watch it on television. It's better to be inside your homes with your shades pulled down, your blinds closed, and just be content. Because let me tell you this, people. Let me tell you this, and then I'm done. Those entities can come inside your homes. You've seen movies, whereas you've seen the aliens, they surround your house, and eventually they can come inside your homes. But you're thinking, oh, that's just a movie, Billy R.L., come on. But if you don't prepare yourselves to keep them out, they will come in on Hallow Eve's night. We, the resistance team, and I, the resistance team, is not here in my own with me at this moment, but I'm speaking for them as well. We are hoping that you will use common sense. Common sense with power to know how to utilize your time, your hour, your night on Hallow Eve. They're hoping that everything goes well. If everything goes well and nothing happens, it's because of the fact that you used your power. You listened. You took heed. Halloween night and onward is not going to be easy. It's going to get worse. When this three-eyed Atlas comes, if they don't make it on Halloween night, on Hallow's night, it's going to be worse. It will be Halloween night from then on. Once they arrive, they're coming here, people, to kill, steal, destroy, and to eat. To eat. So this is what I was shown. The screaming from people everywhere. The blood in the streets, not from people fighting, but from people being eaten, people being attacked, people being destroyed. I'm trying to warn you all, take heed. I myself and the team, and we are here on Hallow Eve's night. We are not in no way, shape, form, or fashion going to celebrate Lucifer, celebrate Satan, celebrate none of their demonic angels or their demonic demons. What we are going to do on Hallow Eve's night is to be alert and be prepared and to keep our eyes fixed on all angles. We're going to maybe watch a movie but watching that movie, we are prepared as to what's on the left, what's on the right, what's in front of us, and what's in back of us. We're going to keep our minds stayed on the fact that anything can happen. And so this is what we're saying to each and every one of you out there. Now, this is what was shown to me. This is what is happening. There are some people who are beginning to think. They're beginning to realize, like the mole. People are beginning to realize now. They have on their minds about the mole world, and I want to call it exactly as it was shown to me, the mole world, and that's where some things are going to happen. It was already established once before. People saw it, they ran, the cops were surrounded the mole. It was stated on the news for a short period of time, and then it has evaporated. That was just a testing run, a test. But now it will come into existence, and it will no longer be a test, but it will be the real deal, the real McCoy. So this is all I wanted to share with you all. Now, You can take what I said, Billy R.L. Real Life. You can take it whichever way that you want to take it. But I will say this: knowledge obtained is power gained. And so if you want to obtain it and gain it, then accept the real knowledge of facts and truth and gain your power, because that's the only thing that's going to keep you safe. That's the only thing that's going to keep you out of harm, is to accept the knowledge obtained and to gain the power gain. So I'm going to turn back over and I'm going to go back to sleep. And hopefully, I hope I will have no more visions for the rest of the night, no more dreams. And I ask the universe, please let me sleep throughout the remainder of the night peacefully and safely. But it does happen to me, Billy R.L., Real Life. So with that, I leave with you love and peace, peace and love. But most of all, people, use your power to be able to decipher, to know what is real and what is not real, because it's coming, people. It's coming. And all those who are in high office, those who are in authority, they know. And they're laughing at you all down here, knowing that you don't know. And when you have someone to come to try to warn you of these things, you think that person, those individuals, those people are ludicrous. They're dumb, they're stupid, they're ignorant. They don't know what they're talking about, because they are not of the status of those that you really believe in. But I'm telling you, people, knowledge obtained is power gained. Use it to the best of your advantage. This is me, Billy R.L., Real Life, speaking for herself of the vision, the dreams that I had. Even though my team members are not here, but I'm speaking for them as well. Bye.